The morning the accusation fell like a hammer, the mansion felt colder than it ever had, even though the sun spilled gold across the marble floors and the roses bloomed obediently along the driveway. Amelia stood near the grand staircase, her hands folded tightly at her waist, the familiar blue and white uniform suddenly feeling like a costume she no longer deserved to wear. For 3 years she had been the quiet rhythm of this house, waking before dawn, warming milk, tying shoelaces, soothing nightmares, reading stories until her voice went hoarse, yet now she was being watched like a stranger. Mr. Harrington, the millionaire owner of the estate, stood rigid by the fireplace, jaw clenched, eyes dark with disappointment. On the table between them lay a velvet jewelry box, open, empty. "It was in my study last night," he said, his voice controlled but edged with disbelief. "A diamond pendant worth more than most people earn in a lifetime. The security logs show only one person entered after midnight. You." Amelia's breath caught. She remembered the study, yes, but not for theft. She had gone in quietly to return a book his daughter Lily had carried there by mistake, too sleepy to notice. Amelia tried to explain, her words tumbling over one another, but each sentence sounded thin against the weight of the accusation. The housekeeper shifted uncomfortably, the head of security avoided her eyes. Mr. Harrington exhaled slowly, as if letting go of hope. "I trusted you," he said. "Pack your things. You're dismissed." The words echoed through Amelia's chest like a door slamming shut. She didn't cry, not then. She simply nodded, gathered her small suitcase from the servants' wing, and walked out, every step away from the life she had built feeling like a betrayal she didn't commit. On the driveway, gravel crunching beneath her shoes, she finally felt the sting in her eyes. That was when a small voice rang out behind her, bright and desperate. "Amelia. Wait." Lily burst through the front doors, pink dress fluttering, hair flying as she ran with arms wide open. Amelia turned, stunned, dropping her suitcase just as the child collided into her legs. Lily hugged her fiercely, face pressed into Amelia's apron. "Please don't go," she cried. "Daddy, she didn't steal anything." Mr. Harrington descended the steps, torn between authority and the ache of seeing his daughter in distress. "Lily," he said gently, "this is adult business." But Lily shook her head, tears streaming. "No. I know what happened. I saw it." The world seemed to hold its breath. Lily pulled back, wiped her cheeks, and spoke with a courage far bigger than her years. "Last night I couldn't sleep. I went to Daddy's study because I wanted to wear Mommy's necklace again." The mention of her late mother made Mr. Harrington flinch. "I took the pendant from the box," Lily continued, "but then I got scared I'd lose it. So I hid it." Amelia's heart pounded. "Where, sweetheart?" she whispered. Lily pointed to the garden. "In the birdhouse. I thought it would be safe." Silence crashed over them, followed by the hurried footsteps of the security chief racing toward the garden. Moments later he returned, breathless, holding the diamond pendant, glittering innocently in his palm. The truth lay there, undeniable. Mr. Harrington's face drained of color, then flushed with shame. He knelt before Amelia, something she had never seen him do. "I am so sorry," he said, voice breaking. "I was wrong. I let suspicion blind me." Amelia's tears finally fell, not of relief alone, but of the pain of being doubted after giving so much of herself. Lily clung to her again, smiling through tears. "I told you," she said proudly. Mr. Harrington stood, cleared his throat, and made a decision that changed everything. "Amelia," he said, "I don't just want you back as Lily's nanny. I want you to stay as family." Gasps rippled among the staff. He explained how Lily's mother had always believed kindness was the greatest wealth, and how Amelia had embodied that every day without asking for anything in return. He offered her a permanent position, a raise, and a place in the guest house until she could choose her future. Amelia felt something heal inside her, a wound she hadn't known was there. She accepted, not for the money, but for the child whose truth had saved her. That night, as Amelia tucked Lily into bed, the little girl whispered, "I won't ever let anyone hurt you again." Amelia smiled, brushing hair from Lily's forehead, knowing that sometimes the smallest voices carry the greatest truths. And as Mr. Harrington watched from the doorway, humbled and grateful, he realized that wealth could buy many things, but honesty, loyalty, and love had to be earned. If this story touched your heart, if you believe truth and kindness still matter in a world quick to judge, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that the truth always finds its way to the light.